Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today we are going to be renovating our Legacy Challenge house. So right now we are just working on fixing the floor plan a little bit downstairs, and then we're going to be moving a bunch of our Sim Ica's things from their temporary office upstairs, which will become the playroom, into their permanent office down here in their own suite. So I apologize for not thinking of it sooner, but I decided to move all of the things individually instead of putting everything in my inventory. So if you need to look away for 3 minutes while I jump around all over the place, I do not blame you. So as you can see, we are now figuring out, oh, hey, I have a household inventory. So that's what we're putting all of Colin's birds. Colin is our founder's husband. So he actually, Colin uses he, him pronouns, and he is a chef. We just got a job, or he just got a job, and as a chef, he went to college, Foxbury, because apparently you need like really high skills in order to get into the distinguished degrees. So we're just going through our inventory. College, like university in The Sims, is really OP. You start out as like level 7 in the chef career if you went to culinary school. Like, what? Um, so that was really cool. So we had a bunch of random things in our inventory from Colin's automatic promotions. And then we also, so now we're getting some curtains, and then the wallpaper situation is quite the struggle. I try like 8 different wallpapers, and I was specifically looking for one that was kind of like a plum color with like white crown molding and baseboard molding, but that had like a design on it, kind of like the ones from vampires. Um, which is why I kept trying that one. And then I was like, I don't like that because it doesn't have the white crown molding that I wanted. So we end up going with one from the base game. It's just the one that we have in the upstairs bedroom, which you haven't seen yet, but it is the one that we put in the upstairs bedroom, the primary bedroom. So that's what we decide on. Just getting some, updating the archways into the dining room now, and I do a 4 wide like fake archway because I really liked how big it was. I don't know how to explain it, but it felt more open while still kind of honoring the original floor plan. I felt like that was a pretty realistic renovation. Um, and now we're just moving the marriage certificates and next to Colin's diploma from Foxbury, and then we start out kind of all over the place, but here we are starting out. We're back to the wallpaper for a second here, but we should be settling on a couple on the base game one that I was talking about earlier. And this one is actually the one that I have on now is actually a CC wallpaper, but I don't remember what pack or what yeah, I guess it would be a pack came from, so I'll try to find it. But here's the wallpaper from the base game now, and we had to put this back so many times. I don't even know why I kept fixing it. Um, so now we're moving on to the entryway, or maybe the kitchen. Okay, I guess we're moving on to the kitchen. It's been a minute since I built this. Um, we should be, okay, I don't know what we're doing right now, but we should be moving on to the entry soon. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're getting a plant and then we're moving this thermostat over because I didn't know if your Sims could get to it behind the plant, so we decided to do that. And then fixing the wallpaper. And then like I mentioned, we put the diploma with the marriage certificates. We got another plant. Nothing else on the other wall, and now we're in the kitchen. We're changing the countertops. I don't know why that was so hard to say, but we're changing the countertops now and the overhead cabinets. So I actually built this, and this might age this video a little bit, but I was building this the Tuesday before Horse Ranch came out. So I was renovating this the Tuesday before the Horse Ranch came out. So I did not realize that there was going to be a patch. So I was doing all my building, and then I get done, and people are talking about how there was an update to some flooring. And I was like, no, there wasn't. Because I was just there. I was just building. And I was like, I've been building since like 9 a.m. I'm not going to have seen it if it came out at like 1 p.m. Pacific time. So I go back in, and this isn't actually, you don't see the flooring change until the next video, but I go through and I use one of the floorings from the update. It's one of they updated a bunch of they gave a bunch of swatches to some of the base game flooring. So I went back and used that instead of this flooring, which I actually really love. It's like shale flooring, like I imagine it's like fake stone, but not quite linoleum. Um, and it's from, I believe it's from City Living. Um, and then I'm trying to decide if I want a high chair because we only have an infant right now. So I was like, would an infant use the high chair? And then I was like, well, they can. So I decided to keep it. And then we've got a trash can. Um, and then we've got two of the same plants. So I end up changing it to a different plant. And it's this one from Cottage Living. And then we come in the bathroom and we're just adding some clutter into the bathroom. I did get a broom, and then we're getting the same like bath mats and things that I use in all the other bathrooms. We do get a couple of robes, but I didn't think they were robes initially, or I forgot. I knew they were robes intellectually, but for some reason when I saw them, I was like, oh, towels, and then I was like, wait, those aren't towels, those are robes. So I put them as towels, but maybe they're robes. I don't know. Um, And then this table is too small for like most lamps. And like these little things there's one from Paranormal Stuff, there's one from Vintage Glamour, and then there's a couple other ones from a couple other packs. And that table from Snowy Escape is too small. So I had to get one from Tiny Living to put the Tiny Living little tray on there with like tea and books and stuff. And they're classed as lights because they have candles. But so now we're working on the playroom. And I get these bookshelves from Growing Together, and I actually really like them. I think they're really cool. And this is from Dream Home Decorator. We ended up getting a dollhouse, a toy box, a couple of other toys from a CC pack, which again, I don't remember what it was, so I will try to find it and link it in the description if I remember when I upload this video. Hopefully I will. Hopefully I will. And then we're getting some rugs. And I get a potty. We get this rug, but we get a potty. We get, like I mentioned, a couple of CC toys, and then a trash can as well for the potty. And I believe that's all for this room. So couple of life updates. My uploading schedule might be a little bit weird because I'm moving in 2 weeks. And then also I'm starting a new job next week. And then I move the week after that. And then I start school the week after that. So August is very busy, but I'll at least try to upload um, this. Obviously, this video is going up in August. Um, but I will try to. I'm at least gonna upload a video on Sundays, just to keep the legacy going, the legacy playlist updated, um, and then I don't know. I can't promise anything else. I think this video is going up in August, but I could be wrong. It's when I'm recording this voiceover, it's actually the end of July. So, because it's about a week after Horse Ranch came out right now. So, we're a little bit pre-recording because, like I said, the next few weeks are going to be a little bit chaotic for me. So now we have finished the hallway and we're moving on to the master bedroom or the primary bedroom. And the color scheme changed in here a little bit, but it didn't change too much really. I feel like the bed was the biggest change. Um, and you'll notice that I haven't repainted the walls in the um, hallway just yet, and that's because I did not realize that I hadn't. So as soon as I realize that, I will be painting them, don't worry, but until then, they're just gonna stay the ones that we had, the wallpaper that we had before. So we're just cluttering up the primary bathroom now. We do have the same color scheme that is in all of the other bathrooms. And I like to do this thing for the primary bathroom where I get like a separate shower and tub, and then there's also like a toilet closet. Um, my dad calls it a poop closet, but I just call it a toilet closet. I know that's kind of popular in some other places, but I'm in the United States right now, so maybe that's getting more popular, but I like having it because then if your Sims decide, hey, I'm gonna wash dishes in the upstairs bathroom, um, the person going to pee doesn't have to worry about being walked in on, you know? Does that apply to all of them? All of the bathrooms? No. The one at the end of the hall upstairs, and then the one um, in the basement next to the gym, which we'll get to in a little while. Those don't actually, that doesn't apply. So if your Sims decide for some reason to wash their hands in one of those two bathrooms, if there is a Sim going to pee in that bathroom, they may get embarrassed. And that's just something that The Sims has yet to fix. So here we are in Asha's office now. We will be getting rid of her old desk. I just felt like, yeah, I like it a lot. Like that is probably one of my favorite desks, but I felt like it didn't really fit the like I don't want to say theme even, but like the like architectural style of this build. I felt like it was a little bit too classic for this more like modern contemporary kind of style. Um, and honestly, building this is so weird because both okay, so my Sims are polyamorous couple or polyamorous. I keep saying couple. They're not a couple, they're a trio. So we've got the founder, Asha, and then we've got her husband, Colin, and then we have their spouse, Aika. And Aika is non-binary and they're also asexual. So we've got a lot of Sims to keep in our mind when we're building this. Unfortunately for Colin, his his like style of like architecture and like furnishing and stuff very different from his spouse's. Um Aika is like modern, and then Asha's like contemporary, right? So we've got this like modern contemporary, and then Colin has to live in a modern contemporary house that he may or may not like. You know, he does love his spouses, right? But he if he had to design a house, he wouldn't design this house. I don't know if that makes sense, but he wouldn't. This house is not like his style. His style is very like rustic industrial, right? So a lot of wood, um a lot of wood, a lot of metal, some plants, a lot of plants actually. He likes plants. Which is why him and Ika get along because Ika's a gardener, also an engineer. But Sims deserve hobbies. So, um, but he is definitely like rustic industrial with a lot of plants. And it's kind of weird because neither of his spouses have that same style. Like, yeah. Anyway, so we I talked over the finishing of Asha's studio, or not studio, office, and over Colin's bar area. So he is a chef, um, which he doesn't need a bar, but it's one of those things that I feel like he he would like to have a bar. He's definitely the mixologist of the family. He's also the chef of the family. Asha and Ika, they can't cook. They don't hate cooking, but they just can't. Um, So, anyway, Colin is the chef. He makes all the food. And then, so that's why he has a bar. And then Asha is kind of I don't think there's a saying for like master of all trades, but she does a lot of things. She plays the piano, she paints, she's a secret agent, so she does charisma and logic, and then she also works out. So, oh my gosh. Sorry. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was thunder or a really loud garbage truck, but there was a loud bang outside my window. So that's what that was. Anyway, so we have, so that's why Colin has a bar, and then the bathroom for the gym is the same as all the other bathrooms. The gym, we added a weightlifting machine, and then some decorations, nothing fancy. And then we're on to Aika's bedroom now. So we end up switching out all of Aika's furniture. They get a new bed, they get a new dresser, they get two, well, we moved their original cat tree down here, and then we get another cat tree that's like fancier. Um, some paintings, some plants. They're not as like plant happy as Colin is. Colin is definitely like, if plant can fit, a plant will fit. Whereas Ika's like, a plant is nice in this corner, particularly, right? But they're the ones that like take care of the garden. And then we are getting their pride flags. So, like I mentioned, Ika is ace. They're also non-binary. They predominantly use they, them pronouns, but um, they also are okay with she, her pronouns. Asha, which is Ika's wife, uses she, her pronouns. And then Colin, which is Ika's husband, uses he, him pronouns. They currently have one child whose name is Kai, and I've been using he, him pronouns for him, but we'll see if that sticks. Um, anyway, so we're just getting some clutter in Aika's office. Um, and this took me a minute. So pardon all of the scrolling. But we got quite a few things. So we have treats for the cat and also the dog, but mostly the cat because the cat is Aika's. And then we have a journal or some sort of notebook. And then we're getting some. I came across these blankets, which I forgot existed until then. So we're putting those in the living room. And then we get a cork board. And also, we end up getting some of the like storage containers from Dream Home Decorator, so like the totes and boxes and things. And then we get a lot of we get a lot of sorry, my dog, she is whining. She has problem. Well, she doesn't. She has a problem and I can't fix it right now. And so she's whining about it. But we get these boxes of like random things, men's cologne, but I felt like those were more of like not men's cologne. Some gardening supplies and then also some cleaning supplies. But I imagined those were more for like the robotic station than anything. And then we also get like a box of tools, and it also has like it's for bikes specifically, but you can pretend it's whatever you want it to be. So we're pretending it's for the robotic station. And then we're just finishing up here. We get some stuff in the backyard. We do have chickens. We will not be getting chickens until Kai is at least a toddler. And then we get a pool and a toddler slide for the same reason that we decorated the playroom. Um, so I'm gonna pop back into the game and give you a quick tour. So the layout's still pretty much the same. So you walk in, we added a plant to the entry. We also moved the Collins diploma and the marriage certificates into the hallway. We added another plant. In here, we added a high chair because Kai is an infant now. So once he learns to sit up, we can eat food in the high chair. The color scheme changed quite a bit. It's kind of like a subdued by color scheme. So we've got the pink, purple, and blue color scheme with some accents of like black and cream and stuff. Oh, we do have a trash can over here because I felt like that was realistic, even if we won't use it. Next is in the kitchen. Nothing drastic changed. We did change the color of the cabinets to kind of contrast a little bit more with the floor. And then we added this like chore chart. Oh. This like chore chart curfew setting thingy from Parenthood. A dishwasher, not another one, but just a dishwasher. And then some clutter on the counters. Oh, and a range hood because that's important. If we go into the bathroom, the puddles are still there, but we have a broom and dustpan to sweep the litter. Not actually, but in real life, that's what it would be for. And then we have a towel, nothing too fancy. In here, we added some, I like to imagine they're towels, even though they're robes. And then we've got a bath mat and some more clutter over by the toilet. If we come back over here, we changed the color of the couch again. And yeah, not too much. We did add another easel, even though we probably won't use it. That's more for guests than anything. Yeah. And then in here, here's one of the biggest changes on the first floor, or the main floor. It's now a playroom because Kai is an infant. He'll be growing into a toddler not for a while. So he won't use this room yet, but it's always nice to have it. So that way it's ready when we need it. So we've got a lot of toys. We've got a couple of CC items, and then we've got this tent from Dream Home Decorator, a dollhouse, a toy chest, a potty, a trash can for the potty, and a Blarfy, and then also a couple of bookshelves. Let's go upstairs. Upstairs, the hallway is a little bit more decorated. We do have a table over here, and then a mirror and a plant. Oh, we repainted the walls. I forgot to mention that. In here, we changed the color of the bed, and then we got a plant. There's something in every corner, which is probably not, I mean, it's a bedroom, so like what are you gonna put places? But I had no idea what to put on the walls, so I didn't. And then we've got a chair, the mirror. I was thinking of adding another mirror because he does debate and she needs charisma. But then I was like, nah, that seems like a bit overkill. So I put a plant. We've got the bassinet still, and then the two dressers for each of them. In here, we have a little bit more decorations. So some soap and toothbrushes, towels, bath mats, toilet paper and stuff, more towels, fake laundry baskets because there's no way in hell I'm doing laundry. Oh, I forgot this back. The game is being kind of glitchy, and so we're going to finish that bathroom later. So in here, Kai's room, nothing changed. We go all the way downstairs. A lot has changed down here. So we now have, Colin now has his own bar space. Asha has an office, like her own office, and it's not going to change. Colin's birds are over here too, but I didn't want to put them in the bar. It seemed a little bit weird. We do have the chess table down here, and then her easel. And then in here is Aika's suite. So we've got a lot of clutter. Aika is definitely a clutter hog. We've got their pride flags. I guess we could have a pride flag elsewhere, but it's fine. And then we've got all of their stuff. So we've got their computer, their robotics machine or robotics station, their archaeology table, and their woodworking table. We also have two cat trees in their bedroom for their cat, and a mirror and a new dresser. And then I did forget their bathroom too, but we'll finish that later since the game is being a little bit glitchy right now. And then this bathroom I did remember. So it's much more furnished. We've got the bath towels, same as the other ones. And then in here, this was probably one of my favorite rooms, even though it's like super simple and I added like 5 items. I don't know. I think it worked out really well. So we now have 3 exercise equipment thingies. So we've got a weightlifting machine, a treadmill, that's what I meant, and a box, a punching bag. And then we've got a little shelf. This shelf is like $25, 25 simoleons from Eco Lifestyle. Very good. I imagine we had this little cabinet in case like you wanted a clean towel or something. And then we have a chair and a piece of wall art and stuff. So we'll do the other bathrooms later. But that's the build, and I hope to see all of you in the next video. This house is for our legacy challenge. So hopefully you liked this video enough to check it out, and I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and hit notifications so you don't miss a video, and I will see all of you in the next one.